You're watching UnrealEntGaming. This is Gohan from Dragon Ball Z. You want to see me turn Super Saiyan? Or should I take it to the next level? I'm also the narrator, too. Next time on Dragon Ball Z, make sure and smash subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
As the battle on planet Vampa now intensifies with the former angel of the 13th universe Merno now having to come across Broly, the mind games are now beginning to continue as Merno continues to weaponize Shile as seen on the previous manga chapter video, with Merno further provoking Broly in trying to gauge Broly out to see if he is the strongest in the 7th universe. The question is, with Broly not knowing what to expect from Merno, is Merno up to something in further wanting to use Broly as a tool, or is Broly going to absolutely destroy the former angel of the 13th universe in getting his friends back? As once more before we begin, if you are new to this channel and have a love and passion for all things Dragon Ball and anime related, then be sure to smash that subscribe button on this channel and turn on all notifications to never miss a single upload, along with giving this video a big thumbs up by slapping that like button down below if you guys love Dragon Ball and anime, as well as checking out the official Dragon Ball fan mangas playlist located down in the description box below, to where on that playlist you guys will be able to find all the latest and best Dragon Ball fan mangas created by the community for the community. So be sure to head on down below, check out the official Dragon Ball fan mangas playlist for all the best and latest videos on Dragon Ball fan mangas. As we kick off the Beyond Dragon Ball Super Kai Universe 13 manga chapter special, with Merno having to be shown pulling Shile out of a portal, and as he begins to taunt Broly even further, he went along to then tell him, "I wonder how you will respond once you watch her draw her last breath, Broly. She's counting on you to save her life, yet all you're doing is letting them down. Maybe I'll start by tearing her head clean off so you can watch her blood drip down onto your feet." And this really infuriates Broly because following their initial battle, Broly had seemed to have been beaten down by Merno, but he ends up standing up and crying out "Shile!" and raising his battle power up even more, and Broly wastes little time in charging directly at Merno and connecting a bone-rattling shot to Merno's face. And the second we see Broly connect a really clean shot to Merno's face, before Merno could be sent flying out into the distance, what Broly ended up doing was grabbing onto Merno's leg to prevent him from flying away, and he did to Merno what he did to Goku in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, and that was beginning to slam Merno's body down onto the ground over and over and over and over again, to the point where Broly just keeps crying out, "Die, die, 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 die." And as we see Broly continuously just slamming Merno's carcass on the floor, he went along to tell him, "I'll tear your head off, die, die, die." So Broly is really angry at the fact that Merno basically told him, "Hey, I'll start by ripping her head off just to see your reaction." And as we see Merno on the ground, he went along to comment, "His power just increased tremendously with that outburst of power. It's difficult to gauge this mortal because his power seems to be increasing on the spot. How remarkable, yet inspiring. That's the way. Show me everything you are capable of." And as he says this, what Broly ends up doing is stomping down on Merno's head into the ground, and that's all Broly's doing. He's stomping on Merno's head deeper and deeper into the dirt as he went along to tell him, "Die, die, die." So Broly doesn't care. He wants to completely torture this dude, which he is doing, because after slamming this dude on the floor repeatedly, now he's crushing his face in, as moments later what Broly ended up doing was charge up a massive blast over his head as he went along to comment, "Disappear." And as Broly ends up launching this thing down onto the ground, Merno is absolutely shook and he is engulfed by this blast as he went along to cry out, "Insolence! Mortal scum! You won't destroy what I am. As only then in space we see how this blast can be seen literally from out of orbit in the fact that planet Vampa is shaking, planet Vampa is consumed by this massive blast. As we go back to Broly, he seems to be shaking, he seems to be kind of tired in a way to where he seems exhausted, as only then Merno goes on to tell him, I will admit, you are full of surprises, creature. A beast with seemingly no limits to his power. As only then a small portal is shown opening up behind him, Merno then continues, but how far are you willing to push yourself to save them? You don't think this was over now, did you? As Merno steps right through, he ends up connecting a really good kick to Broly's face as he went along to then tell him, because this game is over when I say it's over. So Merno basically tricked and deceived Broly in allowing him to think that he actually had a chance in this battle. As Merno is then shown literally beating up Broly, he then went along to tell him, you have wasted the greatest gifts that the gods have given you, only to choose to side with other mortals. And with Broly trying to fight back, Merno then continues, look at you. You can barely hit me. I can feel the force of that punch. Here then, allow me to respond with a small example of my true power then. And with Merno then shown connecting a thunderous knee to Broly's abdominal section, he only then went along to ask him, can you feel it? And with Broly staggering backwards because this knee shot really looked to have done some damage to Broly as he begins to stagger backwards, Merno then with his arms crossed went along to comment, and here I thought you were different than the rest. You'd rather fight for your friends than become a respected universal destroyer. How stupid of you. Which ultimately harpens back to when Merno asked Vegeta for the same thing in wanting to see how far Vegeta would go to become a god of destruction, because Merno has this weird ideology about these mortals and choices. He wants to see if these mortals could choose between becoming a respective god or choosing to fight for their friends and their families, and thus far Goku had chosen to stick up for his friends and family, Vegeta had chosen to stick up for his friends and family, and now Broly had chosen to stick up for his friends and family rather than becoming any kind of god of destruction. But Merno doesn't stop there because he only went along to continue, such wasted talent. Go ahead and try to stand back up. I'm only going to put you back down. And as Broly is shown really trying to stand back up, under his breath he went along to comment, I will not lose. I will not lose them. And as Broly charges right in, Merno's standing there so casually and accepting this by telling Broly, but you've already lost, mortal. Can't you see? You're acting on willpower at this point. Your mind is clouded, so he's treating Broly like a child, as he only then went along to tell him, here's another example of your failure. Can you feel that one? It looks like you are already in pain, aren't you? As Merno is shown striking Broly directly in the face, Broly looks like he's hurt. Broly looks like he's really being put in a difficult position because he's nothing more than a simple mortal trying to compete with that of a deity, that of an angel, but only then with Broly grabbing onto Merno's arm, Merno went along to comment, what? Let go of me, you! And as Broly grabs onto Merno, he connects a clean shot to Merno's face by punching him directly in the chin, and with Merno shown staggering back, what Broly tried to do was deliver a double axe handle to Merno, but Merno quickly vanishes by using his portals yet again, and as he re-emerges from the portal behind Broly, he only then went along to tell him, you surprised me with that little trick of yours, Broly, but I have many tricks of my own too. Now I see why your people threw you away like trash, because they saw through your weakness. They knew you'd amount to absolutely nothing. It's bad enough that your father had to die due to your inability to finish the job, but now you're going to be responsible for 2 more, basically kind of poking fun that King Vegeta threw away Broly because he was absolute garbage, and that Broly was responsible for Paragus' death, and now, being the fact that he is unable to finish the job against Merno, he is now going to be responsible for the death of Limo and Shile just due to the idea of Broly's inability to stand up to such an angel. And this is really beginning to sound like a mental game to Merno, because only then Merno continues, trash will always be trash. Right, Broly? And this sets Broly off. Everything that Merno had said, everything that Merno had done, this triggers Broly in having to power up to such a state that Merno ends up commenting, whoa, what's this? His power has shot up beyond anything I've seen before, including when I battled Vegeta and Goku. What's he hiding? I'm so excited. So Merno acknowledges that this power increase is actually far more sufficient and a lot deeper than how he felt when he battled against Vegeta and Goku, and as Broly begins to raise his energy up even more, everything around them is beginning to crack, everything around them is beginning to break, because this is it. Broly had finally reached his boiling point, and in a blinding surge of light out of nowhere we get to observe how for the first time Broly is shown tapping into Super Saiyan 3 on raw anger alone, and with Broly standing there in all his glory, Merno went along to comment, "What an unbelievable power, Saiyan. It seems I've pushed you into achieving a new transformation through this conflict. Very impressive. You just might be stronger than Vegeta was when I fought him after training with my father." And with Merno beginning to clap, he only then comments, "You have my respect for your effort. Now then, why don't you show me what you and this newly discovered powers of yours can really do?" So although Merno is very impressed by seeing this, he's not scared, but instead, he's welcoming this idea of Super Saiyan 3 Broly having to come right at him, and that's exactly what Broly ends up doing, because as we get to observe how Super Saiyan 3 Broly just charges right in, you can only imagine how strong a version of Broly like this would be, in the fact that Broly in his singular Super Saiyan form at full power was strong enough to compete against a Super Saiyan Gogeta in Dragon Ball Super Broly, as it even then took a Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta to put him down. So here we have a much entirely different Broly with a huge power increase compared to the last, and he wastes little time in charging right in, and the second we see Broly steps in, he delivers a gut-wrenching punch to Merno's stomach that not only goes as far as to lift Merno off the ground, but Merno is then having to show coughing up blood, and with Broly delivering shot after shot, punch after punch, he's not stopping. He is literally beating Merno up to the point where he ends up grabbing Merno by the neck, and as we see Broly's massive hand just consume Merno's throat, Merno then went along to comment, "Get your hands off of me," but instead, what Broly ends up doing is punching Merno right in the face as he's holding him up above him, and Broly doesn't stop because Broly just keeps punching him and punching him and punching him as he went along to then tell him, "Crush you." And with Broly throwing Merno down onto the ground, Merno ends up hitting the floor with force before flying away, and the minute we see Merno backing up, he went along to say to himself, "Damn that beast. He just may be more of a pain to deal with now than I ever expected him to be with this power." And with Merno acknowledging that Broly is going to be a lot more difficult to deal with now than before, he then went along to ask, where did he go? Because Broly ended up getting behind Merno, and in one quick swoop, Broly ends up latching onto Merno and constricting him and squeezing him with such power that Merno is struggling to get out as he went along to cry out, "Curse you, Saiyan! Release me right this second!" And Broly's not stopping, because as Broly is shown clutched onto Merno, in squeezing him more and more, Merno then continued, "I said release me, you filthy beast! This was a dirty move!" And as Broly squeezes even harder, he went along to tell Merno, "Now die." And with Broly shown squeezing Merno, you can only imagine the amount of force and the amount of pressure that Broly is putting into squeezing Merno like an orange, as only then, out of nowhere, with Broly shown squeezing Merno, there is a massive kick delivered to Broly's face as Merno went along to comment, "Oh no, you don't, mortal." And with this kick having to really break Broly's concentration, Broly ends up hitting the ground beneath him, but immediately tries to stand back up as he went along to ask, "What?" Because Broly had Merno right where he wanted him in squeezing the life out of him, until then, out of nowhere, we observe how there are now two Mernos in the sky, as one of them went along to comment, "It's a good thing I'm always 5 steps ahead of my opponents. Did you forget about my clones? Well, surprise!" As he only then continues, "I'll give it to you. If it wasn't for my clone, you would have crushed me to death. But I think it's time we repay you for that then." And with Broly wasting little time, he ends up raising his power level up even more, because you can only assume that Broly right now is more annoyed than anything else, because he wants to get his hands on Merno, he wants to kill Merno, and now it's come down to a situation where Broly is going to be fighting 2 Mernos at the same time, and as Broly attempts to strike them, they quickly move out of the way, and jumping through their own individual portals and telling Broly, "I have so many surprises in store for you." you. Come catch us if you can. And over out on Beerus' planet, we go back to Goku and Vegeta. As Goku and Vegeta are shown looking up at the sky, Goku went along to comment, "Whoa, Vegeta, do you feel that? Is that?" With Vegeta responding, "Yes, it is, but someone's there with him too." Don't tell me it's, as the manga chapter special then comes to a close. Now, we are going to have the next manga chapter be available on the channel in just about 2 to 3 days, so if of course you guys want to find out what happens involving Broly and Merno, then I do encourage you guys to hit that subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up, because we are going to have a massive like goal for this video. If we can break beyond 10,000 likes on this video, then surely enough myself and my artist Anzer are going to continue this fan manga and giving you guys more substance and more additional characters be added onto this manga. So of course, with that being said, the question now is, can Super Saiyan 3 Broly with his newly achieved powers be able to not only combat two Mernos now, but what does this also mean for Goku and Vegeta, being the fact that now they're able to sense Broly's power from a faraway place, but they also have this disturbing feeling within themselves, knowing the fact that the person that Broly could end up fighting in this situation could be their greatest fear, which is Merno, because following the events of Merno's self-destruction, they assumed that Merno was gone, but now they have the subconscious fear that Broly might be in trouble and he might be dealing with Merno unbeknownst to Goku and Vegeta. So this is where you guys come in. I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below about how this battle with Merno and Broly is going to go. Do you believe that Goku and Vegeta are somehow going to arrive? Is Whis going to get there with the Grand Priest? Is something going to happen involving Merno in completely destroying Broly, or is Broly finally going to have his revenge in getting Merno back for everything he said and done against him? I want to get your thoughts down below, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. If of course you guys are new to this channel, then be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications by clicking on the little gear box. That way you guys can always be notified whenever a brand new video is posted onto this channel. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up by slapping that like button down below. If you guys are simply stoked, ready, and excited for more, tune back in for the next video, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Take it easy, guys. Peace. And a quick little reminder before you guys go, if you guys are unaware, I do have a second gaming channel located down in the description box below, so be sure to head on over to Unreal Royale and hit that subscribe button along with turning on all notifications, as to there, you guys will find all different kinds of gaming content that you will not get to find on UnrealEntGaming, titles and video games such as Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, Gears of War, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, Dragon Ball Z Legends, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, Minecraft, Blair Witch, and many other retro games on that channel. So if you guys are into gaming, then make sure you guys subscribe over on Unreal Royale. I want to thank you all so much for your time, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
Also follow UnrealEntGaming on these social media platforms to stay connected at all times. And if you don't, then very soon you will all be dead! Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god.
The fuck, Zarbon? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes. Jesus Christ, that's huge! What, Broly?
Freezer.
Uh-oh.
Prepare to die!
But once you get video, lots of likes, or Bill will turn you into chocolate! Vados, get over here! Tell these mortals that I'm the biggest UnrealEntGaming fan. This is my moment. I'm a part of his notification squad. Universe 7 can have all the fun. I just want the food.
And don't forget to leave a comment on this video. Show some love for the best community on YouTube.
Kakarot!